this question. So you are given an integer matrix of size 3 by 3 and we need to find the sum of individual columns and also find the highest sum among those sum of individual columns. So for example, let's say that they have given an 3 by 3 matrix like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now we need to calculate the sum of first column. That means the first column is 1 4 7. 1 4 7 is the first column. Then sum of second column 2 5 8. Then 3 6 9. So did you observe how we are going to store this matrix in Python code? How we are going to store this matrix in Python code? Let's say that, let me take the same here. Let me take the same matrix here. So this is going to be stored as one list of elements. First row is one list. Second row is another list. Third row is another list. Right? And all these together will be stored in another list. Let's say that matrix will be stored in another list like this. That means we are going to store like this. So this is how we are going to store a matrix. So here matrix is nothing but a list of list elements. That means a list contains individual elements as its list. That means now here matrix is a list which contains 3 elements, where all those 3 elements also a list, nested list, you can say that. So this is how we are going to store, right? So what I want to do here is, now I want to create a list or a matrix with the user given 9 values, 3 rows, 3 columns, right? So how we are going to do that? So for that, let me create something called matrix as a list, empty list. Now in this empty list, what we are going to store? A list of 3 elements, list of 3 elements we need to store. So how do we read the list of 3 elements? So that is what, for some index in range of 3. That means 3 rows we are going to read, and every time read a row which is a list by taking map int comma input, as we discussed in the last session. Sorry, it is split of only 3 elements, first 3 element. To avoid reading more than 3 elements, just we need to read only 3 elements. And then every time what I need to do? Append this row to the matrix. Append this row to the matrix, right? So now you can see that you can print. So for each row in matrix, I want to print that row. So print that row with unpacking concept, so that I'll get without any brackets or anything. Now let me say that, let me execute, check whether it is reading a matrix or not. Let's say that I'll give 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 13. Yes, now you can see that I'm reading a matrix. Okay, let me read one more time. 10, 20, 30, 11, 22, 33, 11, 12, 13. Yes, now you can see that we are able to read the matrix as it is, right? So this is only for reading. Now just our calculation. That means next thing is find the individual sum of individual columns, right? So sum of individual columns, that means first row first value, first row second row first value, third row first value. We need to sum up, right? So can I apply a map here? How we are going to do that? So let's take result, or let's say that sums equals to create a list by applying a map where I will define a lambda expression which will take A, B and C, right, and returns A plus B plus C, right, where A value is taken from matrix of 0 index, B value is taken from matrix of 1 index, and C value is taken from matrix of 2 index. That's it, your solution is done. Now what it is going to do, map is not only for executing with the one sequence. You can give as many number of sequences as you want. Now what it is going to do is, every time it will take one element from this and from this and from this, and those three elements will be passed to all these three arguments. That means matrix of 0 first value is copied into A, matrix of 1 first value is copied into B, matrix of 2 first value is copied into C. Now we are calculating sum of those three elements and we return that value. That's it. We solve the problem and we need to print all the sums, right? And just I'm using star so that they will be printed with the space separation. And then I need to find the max of these, max of sums. That's it. Done with the solution, right? So actually your solution is only within a single line with the help of map. With the help of map, right? So let me execute this and then I'll try to explain how this is going to work, right? Now let me run this. Yes, let me give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry, it repeated. Now you can see that. Did I get? So 1 plus 4 plus 6, 11. 2 plus 5 plus 7, 14. 3 plus 6 plus 8, 17. And the highest among these three is 17. Okay. Right? So now let me try to explain this, how it is going to be executed. So which function it is going to execute? A lambda function. Right? So that means it is going to execute a lambda function by passing first element from matrix of 0. Matrix of 0. So matrix of 0 is this one, 0 indexed. Then 1 index. Then 2 index. So matrix of 0. That means we are calling this function in such a way that we call map, right? And then some function here, that is lambda function that we are using, and a list of 1, 2, 3, comma, a list of 4, 5, 6, and a third list of 7, 8, 9. Right? And this function is called, that means that function is called by passing first element from the first list, first element from the second list, first element from the third list. That means it will call 1, 4, 7 for the first time. And what my function is going to return, you can see that A value is 1, B value is 4, and C value is 7. And it is going to return 1 plus 4 plus 7, and which is the value is 12. it is going to return. Then next it will call the same function by passing the second element of each list. So what is the second element of first list? 2.
2, sir.
Second element of second list?
5.
And third list?
8.
8.
8.
Then it will return 2 plus 5 plus 8, right, which is going to be 15. Then again it will make a call by using function, right, this time third element of each list, 3 comma 6 comma 9, right. Then it is going to return 3 plus 6 plus 9, which is going to be 18, storing them in a list. That means now it will produce finally a list of 12, 15 and 18, and that is what we are displaying here. And then we are finding the sum among all those three elements and we're displaying the result. Among all those three elements and we're displaying the result. So this is what happens in this problem statement, in this solution. It's very simple, just 2 lines of code to solve the problem apart from reading the data. This is all about just reading the data, but your solution is generated within a single line with the help of map. Clear everyone? Now you can give any random 3 elements, 12, 70, 20, then 30, 15, 90, then give 45, 45, 45. Right now you can check. Sum of the first column 87, second column 130, third column 155, and the highest among these three is 155. Is everybody is clear with this solution?
Yes, sir.